Let's take a look at what happened with Tesla today. So we closed at 272.06, down $16.08, down 5.58%. Post-market seemed to be down by 75 cents. In addition, let's take a look at the facts, and then we can see how we can profit from those facts. Context is everything. We are into a downward channel. Tesla is supposed to go down. It is supposed to go down because of this. Overall, it's going down. Yes, it's moving up. It has some moves up. It's moving up a little bit. But overall, this is moving down. We identified not too long ago, last Friday, we identified a potential move up. We identified it on the 1-hour chart. We've talked about it. We identified it right here. We had some accumulation below 238. 238 was right here, and the price was just close to it. And when we had the break, this is a pattern. When we accumulate below a horizontal resistance, yes, there are other things at play. Stochastic over 60 outside of a downward channel. So when we have these three criteria and we have a move up, this is an indication that we should be continuing. We should be continuing. And continuing, we did. So from Friday at 10:30 to yesterday-ish. Yesterday was the peak. It's very hard to catch the peak. But even if we don't catch the peak and we catch a little bit lower, we have entered at 240 and we came out at around 280, 275, something like that. So this was a nice move. So we caved in. We have lost 273.79. Right now, Stochastic is not over 60. So what should be happening? Nothing's for sure in life. Not much. Because we have lost Stochastic over 60, we should be continuing down because we don't have any force in the stock. You can see Stochastic as the pedal, the accelerator pedal. So the pedal needs to be at 60 or more in order to have a move up. If we don't have that, it should be coming down. So this is what should be happening. We should be coming back down. The next support in line is going to be 252.14. We'll see if it happens. Let's go back on the daily chart. So on the daily chart, we have just barely lost Stochastic over 60 on the daily chart. So on the daily chart, we are looking for the same criteria outside of a downward channel, above a horizontal resistance, Stochastic over 60. This meant that this was the candle that had all these three criteria. The problem with this is that we had made a little bit of a move up. The candle that satisfied everything was this one right here on Monday. But then this is a candle that went quite high, quite fast. So by the time the candle was finished and you entered the next day, it was already maybe above 273.79. The move was already a little bit done, and we were a little bit farther away from the horizontal resistance. And because of the height between a possible entry at 283 and 252, that's a $30 lower stop loss that would have taken place. This was not really a buy because of that. This was a little bit farther away. We are going to get better signals with Tesla. Don't worry about that. Let's take a look at the VIX a little bit. VIX climbing. We are up 6.8% today. We are 1832. We had a nice one. We were coming down. Now we have a little bit of a move up. We'll see if this continues. 1832 is not too bad. We like it lower than 20. So this is lower than 20. But the lower it is, the better. So we don't know yet if this move up today is going to continue tomorrow. Take a look at the bonds. So the bonds, this is a little bit different now. We are crossing 4.33%. The good news is that we are still into our downward channel, still into it. So we should be caving into it. Take a look at Dow Jones. Okay, look at this perfection right here. Look at this perfection. We knew we were pulling back. We are into a downward channel. and we can be pulling back. So this is a pullback. And look at today's candle. This is perfect. We tried to break the downward resistance. We could not. This is par for the course. We are supposed to cave in, and we are effectively caving in. SPX, also we have a cave in, also perfectly on this big resistance, huge resistance that has been in play for a while. And look at this perfection right here. We touched it, and now we are caving into it. Stocks and indices are doing what they are supposed to. Nasdaq, we are also caving in, this time on the 200-day moving average. So things are not looking that good. Why are stocks coming down? Reuters is telling us Wall Street ends down sharply on tariff worries. Nvidia and Tesla drop. So US President Trump was set to announce plans for car industry tariffs at a press conference on Wednesday, widening the global trade war he kicked off this year. Auto industry experts expect the move to drive up prices and stymie production. For weeks, Trump has promised to announce a swath of reciprocal tariffs on April 2nd. Basically, this is creating uncertainty, so maybe this is why things are reversing a little bit. At the same time, we knew that we were in a pulling back up phase. So we knew that we could be reversing at any point in time. So any profit that we had, we kept, but we knew that we were not necessarily in for a long run. If we take a look at the market as a whole, lots of red, consumer, non-durables doing a little bit better, energy, minerals, process industries, transportation, distribution services, communication, not too bad, but technology, electronic technology, not so good. Let's take a look at some Tesla news. We get piped into our Discord server. Tesla sales plummet by 49% in EU. This is not nice. Tesla sales fall sharply in Europe despite upswing in electric vehicle market. Tesla stock roars higher. Could this sharp rebound continue? We are into a downward channel. So far, we have to say no. Chinese EV titan BYD eclipses Tesla with annual sales of more than 100 billion. Lots of competition from the Chinese. And then let's take a look at BYD. So let's look at the stock. This is the channel it is now in. So we are close to the resistance right now. Even though they had great earnings, this is a little bit more risky to buy close to resistance. So yeah, we had a nice run right here. We had a nice run on the 1 hour chart. Maybe things are going to cool back down. It's possible that we come back down to 252.14. That's a decent recent support that we had. If this happens, this is fine. We are going to get another opportunity to catch another swing.